Hey everybody, it's Deanna with Tools of EnergyProtection.com, your energy shift expert and Akashic Records advisor. How's everybody doing tonight? It is almost the end of October. We've got Halloween coming up soon, and there's just so many fantastic things happening right now. I wanted to come on tonight and share with you all a bonus. So, for those of you that are just jumping in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for those of you that are jumping on the video live now to post a question down below about something that might be going on in your life. So, I'm going to be doing Akashic Records reading. So, what does that mean? Akashic Record are written records of every one of the lives that you've ever lived, everything you've thought, felt, experienced. And so sometimes what happens is when we have Akashic records that are triggered by other things happening in our current life, then all of a sudden we start having more to deal with than we originally thought. It's a little scary. You're like, wow, where did all this come from? Chances are that it came from another existence that is bleeding into this existence that's attempting to clear your Akashic records. So, for those of you that are empaths, highly sensitive people, and star seeds, you know that there is a lot of karma that's being flushed out right now in the Akashic records so that we can get rid of it, so we can release our imbalances in the universe, if you will, and allow ourselves to rise up to a higher frequency to do the jobs that we came here to do. So, one of the things I noticed this week is I had a young woman that came to me and she said she was like really feeling alone and like she didn't know why she couldn't find a lasting relationship, and her heart just really hurt because all she wanted was to be loved. And she kept bumping into relationships where people would tell her and promise her things and never do those things, and they'd use up all the love she'd give and they'd just toss her out. And she's like, why do I keep magneting these people to me? Why can't I find that one true love? And so what we did is we looked into the Akashic records of this young lady, and what we found was that in 97 other lifetimes, she didn't have her mother's love. So her mother didn't love her, didn't nurture her, didn't establish that relationship for her to love herself. And this is a little detailed, so hang on with me. So she came to me wanting to know why was it she couldn't find a lasting, true love of her life? And when we sat down and we opened her records, what we found is that 97 other lifetimes, including most recently a parallel life, had triggered, and they were flooding these emotions, and these records were flooding into her current existence. And she was having to work twice as hard and feeling defeated and unloved and unwanted. And what we found is in 97 other lifetimes, she had had a similar experience, but it was her mom. 97 other lifetimes where she had a mother that didn't nurture her, didn't love her, didn't validate her. And that had happened in this life too. So, what that was doing was blocking her from being able to reach out and love and find love. Because if you have love and it's just owie all the time and nobody validates you, nobody supports you and nurtures you, you really don't want to be involved with anybody else. Why would you? And especially for any young women, when their mothers love them, it gives them good self esteem. They then attract people into their life that have that good self esteem, and they have beautiful relationships. So that's an obstacle that she'd been working on. And once we cleared that energy, then we were able to provide her with that sense of completeness. And she was able to, if you will, go forward more easily and begin to do self loving things. Within the first week, she was doing things, last week, and she started this last week, doing loving things for herself, nurturing herself, taking care of herself, drawing safe boundaries. And she's got a ways to go. But what she told me was that she felt very light and she felt very free. and she was so grateful for the time that we had had together. So, what I'm doing tonight is I'm doing some free Akashic record readings. If you have a question, just stick it down here in the comments if you're over here on Instagram or over here on Facebook. And uh, sorry, I was just, let me grab, I thought I had everything that I needed tonight to come live. I'm going to have to grab a link for you all for later here in just a moment. Sorry. When you're coming on, you got all these things floating and you're trying to cross your T's and dot your I's. For those people that are on Instagram, if you would like to get a reading with me, a Akashic Records reading, it is in the bio for you to sign up. For Facebook people, I'll put it down here in the broadcast. And what I'm doing tonight is I am offering a very special deal at the end of the broadcast. So I'm going to do some free readings, see how you like it, and then I'm going to invite you to come aboard by clicking on a link that'll be in the bio over here on Instagram and on Facebook. I'll put it down here. And it was going to give you an opportunity to take advantage of something that I don't do very often. I've now done this twice, and each time I've done it, my books have filled out where there's more of a waiting list. Like right now, I have a 1 week waiting list, and when I do these little lives, it turns into 2 and 3 weeks. So if you jump on, I've cleared some special space just for this. So on my books, I cleared a couple special times and dates, and to get you all your readings along with my regular clients. And so I'm shuffling the cards right now. Oops, I dropped one. Ugh. And I'm going to ask some questions. So again, if you have any about maybe what's struggling is going on with your self-esteem and loving yourself, or perhaps you're having some financial struggles right now and you're like, I don't understand, I'm doing everything I can and I still feel upside down in my finances, then go ahead and post them down below. All right, I'm going to take that first question. Let's see who we have on board. Chaos Makes the Muse over here on Instagram. Hi, glad to have you aboard this evening. Yes, Donna, she says it's been a very few strange weeks. Donna, get ready, my dear, because we're going to have more and more strange weeks. And that's why it's so important to have Akashic Records cleared and your energies cleared so you have the least amount of stress or strain on what's going on in your life. And you can go forward much easier and faster because it's going to get crazier as we go. Let's see here. Really, so on thread says, really need to know this X. Okay. Not really sure what the X is. And then the same person says, I know some of my Akashic. Okay, great. Well, so on thread, if you can ask me a question, I'm glad that you know some of your Akashic, but I really am not sure about your question. So if you could frame that a little bit better for me, I'll be more than happy to answer it. All right. The next person, let's go over here. And it looks like Donna has joined us. Donna over here on Instagram, thank you so much. And let's see here. Okay. Looks like. Okay, Deborah says, I'm in extreme fatigue, also feeling forsaken on a number of different fronts. I keep seeing the number 23 over and over again. So, all right, so Deborah, let's see if we can pull a card for you and find out why it is you're having the extreme fatigue over and over again. So normally when I read Akashic Records, I will intuit it. Sometimes I hear people's guides talk to me. Sometimes I see that records up here in my mind. And for the purposes of the video, it is much easier to do the cards. You all love them and they're very pretty. All right, here we go. So the reason that you are so tired, all right, Deborah asked why she's so tired. So let's go ahead and pull another card for you. So what I'm getting for you on the reason for having extreme fatigue, the first card I'm pulling for you is called the Sands of Time. I'm going to show that to Instagram over here, Sands of Time. Sands of Time. And so you can see this guy here, Deborah, he is, has having challenges with deciding what he's going to do next. He's got a lot of different scrolls on the floor. He's rolling up one sleeve, as you all can see, so he can get down to business. So you've got some things from the past that are holding you from being able to go forward. The one thing I hear in my head is the word job. The job is fatiguing. You've had 18 different lifetimes where the job has held you back. So like you should have retired at a certain time in another lifetime, but you had to keep working, and so you were extremely exhausted, and that's triggering for this life here and now. And so what's happening is you're finding that as you're working again, at this point in your life, that is a strain on your physical body simply because of where you are in time and space. And then the other one says caught in the ruins. Okay, so what that means, caught in the ruins, is that you have been recovering from something, and whatever you're recovering from, it still got your body in that space where it still needs to find healing. And I'm hearing that's from 14 other lifetimes. So just clearing those records out will get you in the right space, and you'll be able to get your life rolling forward. And I'm going to go ahead and close that out. Thank you so much, Deborah, for your question. Okay. And oh, hi, Liz. Liz from the UK. Oh, hi. Big hugs and kisses, Liz. So glad to have you join me from the UK. That's awesome and amazing. And I'm so excited that you joined us. I'm hoping this late hour was good for you. All right, let me see if I have any more questions. Okay, So on Thread says, I know I'm from Sirius and part Arcturian, I was told. Okay, so on Thread, that would definitely be an Akashic record. When you are asking about being from Sirius and Arcturian, what I'm hearing is that you have a mission in the here and now to complete. You've got 3 different strands of DNA, and those are opening up. I'm hearing that while you were serving in some kind of a military on Sirius, that you saw a lot of explosions, a lot of bombs going off, and this has greatly disturbed your ability to trust people in the here and now. So having that record cleared out would definitely help you to go forward in this life, and definitely help you to advance in being able to trust people, and move forward. And in order for you to move forward, being a star seed, you have to trust that you can deliver this message to other people and people will be receptive of it. So I really super appreciate your question. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. So on trend. That's a cute name. All right, Claudette, good evening. How are you doing? Good to see you. And looks like Lexa, good to see you. Sending back hearts and love to you. And let's see what we've got. Any more questions over here on my YouTube, or sorry, my Instagram, folks. If you have any questions, post them down below. I'm answering free Akashic Records questions tonight. So I've got a little bit more time here to answer some Akashic Records questions. And what I was talking about earlier on the broadcast is I had a young lady come to me last week, and she's like, why can't I find the love of my life? And what we found is that there were lifetimes where her mother didn't love her, including this one. And it triggered her inability to love herself and self-nurture. And that's what's been blocking her. And as soon as we cleared that, she felt lighter. She's like, wow, I feel like I can actually go out and do things and meet new people and get ready for a romantic relationship. All right. Let's see here. Now I'm going to go to looks like KJ here. KJ, good to see you. Let's see what you've got going on there. Okay, just a minute. There we go. Okay. So Kayla, watching for the first time, would really love a reading. Okay, Kayla, you didn't give me anything specific what you'd like to know about. So I will shuffle the deck here and just ask your guides to tell me what it is that you need to know. Okay, KJ, I'm not sure where you're calling from, or where you're, well, I'm not calling, but on the broadcast where you're from. Um, but I'm hearing in my head something challenging. It's called brace for impact, is what your guide said to me in my head. And I'm like, well, what does that have to do with her Akashic records? And what I'm getting is the card called diversity. So, diversity. So if you're supposed to be bracing for impact, that means that there's some diverse opposites that are activated inside of you right now. Let me see if I can get a card for clarity. And there's going to be some impact between you and you, basically. It's an internal struggle. My guides are telling me that you have really strange dreams at night, KJ. And those dreams are trying to reveal to you 7 other lifetimes. Have to do with concepts of money and investment. So that's what's going on for you. Diversity in what you're doing with probably your finances or how you're feeling about that. So make some good choices. And thank you for joining me. I hope to see you again next time. For those of you that are on here on Facebook, you go to the top and click on my name and then click follow, and it'll tell you when I'm on. Instagram, I think it's the same way. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close that question out. And then I'm going to go over here to Donna. And for those of you that hang on till the end, I have an amazing special for you. Like I said, I've only done this 2 times before, and I have a practice. I've been reading Akashic records, helping people clear their energy for over 13 years. Most clients work with me. They say, I feel lighter, I feel happier, and who couldn't use that in this day and age? Um, I've had some other people that have been struggling with money issues, and we found lifetimes to where they were living in poverty. And there was a lot of scary things going on, and a lot of changes in their land. And of course, what's going on in our world right now, there's a lot of changes. So that triggers a past life. And just to show you how this works, so if this is a past life energy, and this is you in your current life, let's see if I can get this over here on Instagram. What happens is that your past life is holding an energy, usually about money, relationships, things that didn't go well in this other lifetime. And here you are in your current life, just minding your own business, learning lessons, and something will trigger it. You know, something will happen in your life. And so the past life energy will come over and compound the current life experience. And who wants to deal with more than one people's poop? You know, you got enough on your plate. You don't need more. However, where our universe is right now in time and space, our universe is helping our souls to clear lots and lots of karma so we can accelerate to the next level of beingness. There's so much beauty in store for us as this planet begins to shift and change more. And there's going to be some of us that our energies rise up and we're going to go forward into a much more beautiful place. And other people can't turn loose of that karma down here, and they're going to be stuck on that wheel of karma because they can't accelerate. All right, let's see what we've got here. Next, Donna says, can the records help understand health issues in this life? Oh, Donna, absolutely. Absolutely. I am so glad you asked that question. So Donna's question again is, can the records help understand health issues caused in this life? Absolutely. So what I was just talking about, going from one life to another, I've seen people that will have health issues. Say like their shoulder hurts, or there's a part of their organs or glands that aren't working, hypothalamus, people get diabetes and all these kind of things. And you can get that from just your behavior in this life. However, Donna, what can also happen is that if you didn't resolve an issue in a past life with health, if you maybe, I know this is going to be kind of gross, but let's say you got stabbed in the arm, you know, and that's how you died and you bled out. Well, when you come back in this life, that pain, your body will remember it, because once you get down into a physical body, your body remembers. Your body remembers this life and it remembers other lives. So if you have something that is going on, by all means, please reach out to me at the end here. I'm going to give you a way that you can reach out to me, get a discounted price on a session, and a special offer to get yourself a little bit more oriented in that area. So I've gone, I'm sorry, I'm just speechless because what I've done is I've gone into my schedule that I'm already booked out like a week to 2 weeks, and I've carved out special times for just those of you that join me on the broadcast so you can get in much quicker and you don't have to wait as much time. So what I'll have you do at the end of this is in the bio, go and click on my bio. There'll be a link for you to fill out a questionnaire to get on my waiting list. And the more prevalent the issue, the further up you're going to get on my list. And that'll be the same way for you all over here. I'll post that down here below towards the end. And I'm also going to give some special pricing so that you all, if it's the first time you've ever worked with me, you can do that easily. Now, if you're over there in that UK, you'll have to send me a time so I can know when we can get together, because the time zones might be a little wonky, but we can still do it, and we can meet face to face just like this on a Zoom platform. I'm more than happy to do that. It's a great way to meet people. All right, Donna, your health issue in this lifetime, there's a vibrational shift in your body that happened at about age 43. I feel like there's some skin issues as well, and that's from like 32 other lifetimes. So what happens if you choose to do it? Well, tap into those lifetimes, clear the Akashic records, clear the energy, the vibration that's around your body right now, and then your physical body can choose to shift, and the disease can dissipate. I'm not saying that it will, but I'm saying that it can. And I have seen people that have had chronic shoulder pain before, and the doctor couldn't figure out what it was, and they'd had different treatments and adjustments. And after we worked on the records, we'd find that they had had their shoulder crushed, or there was a spear or something, and their body had remembered. And once we cleared that energy, they're like, wow, it doesn't hurt anymore. And one of my clients, been with me for a while, contacted me last year, and he's like, you did that a year ago, and I still don't have any pain. So just amazing that just that one little shift for him equaled instant healing. But like I said, I can't guarantee that. It depends on you, God, Spirit Source, and your agreements coming in here. Okay, hi Dana Power 64, good to see you. All right, let me see if we have any more questions. Let's see here. Lexi says she's been experiencing exhaustion as well. Lexi, there is a lot going on this planet. The frequencies are shifting. Starseeds, empaths, highly sensitive people, we're being expected to clear our records, whether you do it with help from me or you do it on your own, and getting rid of as much of that emotional weight as we can. So that we can rise up to that next level and be a light to the rest of the world. That's your job as a starseed, empath, or highly sensitive person, is to be a light to the rest of the world. That is what we're here for. And if you're being weighed down by a lot of bad feelings, emotions, that kind of thing, you can't do your job. So, Lexi, I'm thinking that's what's going on for you. I would really appreciate if you could get together, click the link here in just a few minutes and let's get together. Hello, Orlando. Orlando, hi. She says that her and Gilbert have gone through hell for the last month. Came to Colorado from New Mexico. Gil got COVID. He was in the hospital for a week. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I'm going to send loving energy. Now 90 and undergoing miraculous recovery. What's happening? Okay, so Orlando, with Gilbert, what he's doing is he's getting ready to ascend to that higher level consciousness, and so there's some things that are not quite worked out yet. And I'm hearing he's got 2 lifetimes that still need some working on, and so that's what he's shifting from and into, and having COVID is a convenient way for the body to shift because it requires lots of rest and being still. So I'm so glad that he's undergoing a miraculous recovery. And I would love to have you reach out. I haven't seen you in a while. All right, big hugs and kisses. We're going to go ahead and close that one out. Henry, looks like Henriksen Cameron over here on Instagram. Good to see you. Let's see. And Karen says, I'm having car issues, mystery, power drain. Do I have an Akashic issue with transportation or with a parasite energy drain? Okay, Karen, good to see you, by the way. Let's see here. What you've got going on. 12. They tell me 12. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what they're showing me, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hang on, I'm pulling a card for you. 8, 9, 10. Okay, so Karen, what I'm getting for you is that your challenge in the transportation area comes from an Akashic record. It's a horse and buggy. They're showing me at my head. It's like an old West horse and buggy, and they're showing me you in old Victorian garb getting into the buggy and out and in and out. And apparently, you had a lot of money, a lot of wealth in that lifetime, and transportation was pretty easy for you. However, the other people that were around you desiring to also have that and couldn't afford it put a wiki on you because they were jealous of what you had, and they wanted it and they couldn't seem to get it for themselves. So that's part of your challenge with transportation. So I'm going to also encourage you to take advantage um, of the special here at the end of the broadcast. You'll be able to get on the books, and we'll get that cleared right up for you. So thank you for sharing and mentioning all of that. All right. Okay, let's see here. All righty, so it looks like I just have a minute or so left. I'm looking down here. Hi to Belen. Let's see who else jumped on here. Hi to Claudette. Let's see here. And it looks like I've got, hi Ron, good to see you. And Mark Ria, looks like there you go, lots of that. Okay, so what I'd like to do is to let you all know that, again, I have cleared off some space on my schedule so I can get to you all very quickly. And usually when I do an Akashic Record reading, we go really in depth, we clear up your guides, we go deep dish, much deeper than this, so you can understand what's happening for you and you can get some clarity and you can get some release to go forward in your life. Usually a half-hour appointment is $112. So today, if you all will sign up right after this, the first 5 people, and I will put it over here for you Facebook folks, if you click on the bio, in the bio there's the link. The first 5 people that fill that questionnaire out about what's going on for you, I will put you on my books, and I will send you a link just right away, so fill it out, watch your email, and wait, and I will send it to you because only the first 5 people are going to get this discount. So what it'll be, instead of 112 for a half hour, it'll be 55 for a half hour, plus I'm going to focus an additional 15 minutes on whatever negative block you have. So we're going to discover the record in that 30 minutes, clear some energies, and then I'm going to take some extra time, 15 extra minutes, no charge, really look at that issue, really help you flesh it out in the here and now, give you a little bit of coaching, and help you to move forward so that you can see instantaneous changes. And so that coaching is usually I charge a little bit extra for that. So I'm going to throw it in absolutely free. So not only do you get your records cleared, be like, oh, great, I know how to go forward. So anyways, if you've enjoyed this, excuse me, go ahead and click like or follow here on Facebook and Instagram so that the next time we get on, you can jump right on and get your free free Akashic Record reading. So again, if you'd like to get on my wait list, click in the bio over here on Instagram, and for Facebook, as soon as I sign off, I'll post it down here in the comments. So have a great and wonderful night.